Framing a house is not just about nailing boards together. It's about crafting the very skeleton that will support your dream home. In the world of construction, the frame is the backbone of your building, the structure upon which everything else depends. It's an art, a science, and a dance with precision, strength, and stability. Whether you're a seasoned builder or a DIY enthusiast, understanding how to frame a new house is key to ensuring it stands strong against the test of time. Understanding the importance of framing before diving into the technicalities, it's essential to grasp why framing is so crucial. The frame of a house does more than just hold up the walls and roof. It also ensures that the structure can withstand environmental stresses like wind, rain, and even seismic activity. A well-built frame contributes to the overall energy efficiency of the home, provides a solid foundation for insulation, and lays the groundwork for the aesthetics and functionality of interior spaces. Planning your build. Blueprints and permits. Before a single piece of lumber is cut, you need a plan. This is where blueprints come into play. Blueprints are the detailed drawings that outline the specifications of your house, including the dimensions, materials, and the exact placement of every component of the frame. Working with an architect or designer to develop these plans is crucial, as they will ensure that your frame is not only strong but also compliant with local building codes. Speaking of codes, don't forget about permits. Framing a house is a significant construction project that requires the appropriate permits from your local building authority. These permits ensure that your building process adheres to safety standards, and they provide a checkpoint for inspections throughout the construction process. Materials matter. Choosing the right lumber. The type of lumber you choose for your framing will significantly impact the durability and strength of your structure. In general, builders opt for softwoods like pine, fir, or spruce because they're strong, easy to work with, and widely available. The key is to use lumber that's been properly dried and treated to prevent warping, shrinking, or decay over time. Lumber comes in different grades, with each grade indicating the quality and strength of the wood. For framing, you'll typically use number 2 grade lumber, which offers a good balance between strength and cost. The size of the lumber, typically 2x4s for walls and 2x6s for load-bearing walls, will also depend on your specific building plan. Laying the foundation. The first steps in framing. Once you've got your blueprints and materials ready, it's time to lay the foundation, literally. The foundation is the most critical part of any build, as it provides the base upon which the entire structure will rest. The foundation must be level, square, and robust enough to support the weight of the house. After the foundation is set, the first component of the framing process is the sill plate. The sill plate is a wooden board that sits directly on the foundation and serves as the anchor for the rest of the frame. It's usually made of treated lumber to resist moisture and pests, and it's securely fastened to the foundation with anchor bolts. Wall framing. Assembling the skeleton with the sill plate in place, it's time to start building the walls. Wall framing involves creating a series of vertical supports, known as studs, which are spaced evenly apart and attached to the top and bottom plates. The standard spacing for studs is 16 inches on center, although some builds might use 24-inch spacing depending on the design and load requirements. The top plate is a critical component, as it ties the entire wall together and connects it to the roof trusses or ceiling joists above. In many builds, you'll use a double top plate, which consists of 2 layers of lumber to provide extra strength and stability. When framing walls, you'll also need to account for openings like doors and windows. These require special framing techniques, such as headers, horizontal beams that span the top of the opening to carry the load of the structure above. The size and type of headers will vary depending on the width of the opening and the load it needs to support. Raising the roof. Framing for strength and stability. Once the walls are up, the next step is framing the roof. The roof frame not only provides shelter but also plays a crucial role in maintaining the structural integrity of the house. There are several methods for roof framing, but the most common is using trusses or rafters. Trusses are prefabricated triangular units that provide strong and stable support for the roof. They are typically built off-site and then lifted into place during construction. Rafters, on the other hand, are individual beams that run from the top of the wall to the peak of the roof. While rafters allow for more design flexibility, they require more time and skill to install. The choice between trusses and rafters will depend on your specific design and the aesthetic you're going for. For example, if you want a vaulted ceiling or an attic space, rafters might be the better option. However, trusses are generally quicker to install and provide excellent strength. Sheathing. The protective layer with the basic frame in place, the next step is to add sheathing. Sheathing is a layer of plywood or oriented strand board, OSB, that covers the exterior of the frame and provides a surface for attaching the exterior finish materials, such as siding or brick. Sheathing also plays a crucial role in reinforcing the structure, preventing the frame from racking or shifting under stress. It creates a continuous barrier that ties the walls together and adds rigidity to the overall structure. In some cases, sheathing may also include a moisture-resistant barrier to protect the frame from water damage. Inspecting your work. Ensuring safety and stability before moving on to the next stages of construction. It's essential to have your framing inspected. Building codes typically require inspections at various stages of the framing process to ensure that everything is up to standard. These inspections help catch any potential issues early, such as improperly installed components or structural weaknesses, which can save you time and money down the line. In addition to code inspections, it's also a good idea to conduct your own thorough inspection. Check that all studs, joists, and beams are securely fastened, that the structure is level and square, and that there are no gaps or weaknesses in the sheathing. Attention to detail at this stage will pay off in a more robust and reliable structure. Final thoughts. Building with confidence. Framing a new house is a complex and challenging task, but it's also one of the most rewarding aspects of home building. With careful planning, the right materials, and a focus on precision, you can create a frame that will serve as the foundation of your home for generations to come. Remember, the key to successful framing is not just following the steps, but understanding the principles behind them. Each piece of lumber, every nail, and every cut has a purpose in creating a structure that's strong, stable, and enduring. By mastering the art of framing, you're not just building a house, you're crafting a home. Building a house from the ground up is a journey filled with challenges and triumphs. As you progress through the framing process, you'll gain a deeper appreciation for the skills and craftsmanship that go into creating a home that's not only functional but also a reflection of your vision and dedication. So take your time, pay attention to the details, and enjoy the process of building it better.